Let's go to Holly, Dustin, and then Alex.
Hi, Joey. Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. So, do you feel like a favorite here to get this championship? I mean, you're the first guy in. You're a two-time champion. You've won there before. Does your team have that kind of vibe going on right now?
Absolutely. I don't see why we wouldn't. I always feel like we can win the race no matter what, right? And we figured out a way last week, even when we weren't the fastest car, we were the best team that figured out how to win that race. That's where I feel like we have such an advantage over the other teams, is that we're very well-rounded. And I think that's what gives us a lot of opportunities to capitalize when no one expects it. And now you're going to give us more time to focus on one track. That's what we needed. So at that point, yeah, I feel like I definitely have the advantage of everybody.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Joey, I don't know if responsibility is the right word, but is there a responsibility you have in helping Ryan Blaney this weekend or next weekend?
Yes, within reason, obviously, of what we can do. If there's anything that they want to try in practice or setup wise or anything like that, we were open to it. Like, hey, what do you guys need to make sure you have the fastest 12 Mustang out there, right? Like, what can we do to help you from that perspective? So we'll do what we can to be good teammates, for sure. Yep.
We always often hear the teammates and you and Ryan working well together, but we've heard as much this year about apparently guys being closer, the teams being closer. So you guys have worked well together in the past. How much closer can you guys get, or what's so different about how you two or the two teams in particular have been able to work together the last few weeks or even throughout the season?
Yeah, I think the two teams definitely work a lot together lately on forming setups, whereas it doesn't seem to be very separate anymore, of like this team doing one thing and this team doing something completely different, and everybody looking at each other and say, well, why would you do that? And why would you do that? And like, at least they're like, everyone's sitting together and going through things together. I think that helps. I think, Blaney and I work really well together off the racetrack and on the racetrack. And that relationship's only grown even more so after his championship, which I think is great. And it seems like we've been able to really be open with each other, and it's really gone back and forth where I think we're helping each other quite a bit. And I think that's just overall going to make our team better, and Austin included in that as well. That team too is we're all open booked with each other. There's nobody hiding anything from anyone.
What do you mean by, since Ryan won his championship, being closer since?
It just seems that, I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's because he's got a championship now, and now it's not necessarily as much of a competition to where we both want to see Team Penske succeed, and we're I feel like we're more looking at it from the same lens than we used to. I don't know if it's because of the championship or is that we're both growing up. I don't know exactly what it is, but it does seem like it does seem to help.
Let's go to Alex and then Lee.
Alex Cadavade, NASCAR.com. Joey, you and Kyle are the only two drivers to really repeat championships in this format. What would it mean to you to add another one in this playoff format?
I mean, it would mean a lot in any playoff format. Championship's a championship. I said it last week. There's one goal when you start in Daytona. It's to win the big trophy, and we got a great opportunity to do that again. So 3 would be great. 4 would be better. There's never enough of them. It'd be nice.
Thank you. Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. You've made 6 appearances now in the championship, 4. This will be your 6th. And I want to know, looking through the eyes of a champion, seeing yourself as a champion, does that give you an advantage over the other drivers? I mean, other than Blaney, Kyle Larson maybe. Does that give you an advantage going into that format?
There's no doubt after you've done something once, you're going to be better the second time, right? And we talked a minute ago about what the week is like leading into it, and all the other things you have to do, all the distractions, all the stress that's there, right? I mean, it's a hard week. There's no doubt. And I laugh all the time because so many drivers in all three series, a lot of their answer always is, we just treat it as another race. It's just another race. BS. It's not another race. Not even close to it. It's the championship. It's the biggest race you'll ever be a part of. Like, it's bigger than that. Everyone tries to minimize it so they can sleep better at night. It's not about that. And I think, for some drivers and teams, they love that pressure, and I think there's some that just hate it, and it affects them in a negative way. So it probably depends on who you are, but I know going through things more than once definitely helps you know how to prepare for what's coming your way.
And do you have to be built a little differently to kind of accept that pressure and make the most of it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, everybody's different, right? Everybody handles things in different ways, and some people get excited about those do or die situations, and they want that, they want the ball as the clock winds down, they want to take the shot. And there's other people who are like, I don't want to be the guy that misses a shot. I don't even think that way. I want to be the guy that makes a shot. So it's just a mindset, and everybody's just different, right? And I've found ways that, for me, works and motivates me and makes me excited about those moments, late race restart type moments, right? But others have to find that way, or maybe they don't have that way, right? It's just everybody's different. That's why we all do different things in life, and everybody's good at certain things and not at others, right? There's a lot of things I suck at, right? But luckily I found something I'm decent at.